Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you what you could expect from the St. Regis, Mexico City. This is a hotel I've reviewed in the past, maybe 3 years ago or so, and honestly not much has changed from what I can see. The service is still good, the food and beverage is good, but as far as like an upgrade or refresh of the rooms, I hadn't seen that. The room I was in was the luxury suite, which I was upgraded from the king bed deluxe room. I used the Suite Night Award, so that did work. Really the only difference was the view that I had. And I was actually on a lower floor. Last time I was on the 14th floor. This time we were on the 4th floor, essentially right above the floor where the bar and restaurant are. But here's the luxury suite. One thing to note about this, you do get a butler assigned to you, so you can call them for any need you might have. I know they offer a pressing service, as well as I think shoe shine and maybe laundry as well. But there's the guest bathroom here. So here's the living room area. We've got the table, a long kind of L-shaped couch. You have some, you got a coffee maker there, coffee and tea available. Some different wines, snacks available here. Those snacks are for purchase. The waters are complimentary. I do have ambassador status with Marriott, so I did get a couple of waters, and there was some spread out in the bathroom as well. So you've got ice buckets here as well. But anything else you'll pay for. There you can see the couch. And again, this is the exact same room, except I just had a better view this time. I think the last time I was facing a different direction in the hotel when I was staying on the 14th floor. But yeah, I wish they would do a refresh of this, maybe with more darker tint for the furniture, darker color. You can see there the view on Paseo de la Reforma and the fountain there. And here you've got the welcome amenity there that they put. As you can see, the controls here for the climate is available, and they brought some champagne up as well as some Mexican chocolates, which was a nice touch. Those were really nice too, and a personalized letter. So again, the service is good as well. I had the butler bring up some tea. Got some cookies there, chamomile tea. So again, it is useful in some regards for the butler. I feel like as far as them unpacking your clothes and putting them away, no, that's overboard for me. So here you got a desk you can work at if you move the stationary bin there. So here's the bedroom. Again, tons of space here, super comfortable bed. Got the TV mounted on the wall there. Some space down below for some items, and here you can see the view from the bedroom. Again, you're still looking out on Paseo de la Reforma. Here you've got a tablet, kind of similar to the to Las Alcovas, where you can control lighting, curtains, climate, things of that nature. It's the big bed there. You do have a couple of chairs here with a ottoman as well. So you got cabinet space up against here, where got some space to hang some clothes, put your luggage there. The safe is underneath here. Got some additional drawers and space if you need to, if you want to take your clothes out and put them, just put them out there. Here, some more space there, shoe bags, some different accessories here, and you got more closet space here on the left side of the room here. So some more compartments, places to hang things. So you do have a lot of space for extra things there. Some slippers. And then you do have the huge bathroom here. Yeah, you can put your luggage down there as well. Umbrella also. You got the bathroom here. You You got 2 vanities, 1 on each side. Now they do have there was a TV there. I remember I had that in the other room when I stayed a few years back, but this one, it didn't seem to work. I tried to power it on, but didn't seem to work. The TV there in the mirror, so you can see that darker spot on the mirror, but yeah, that didn't work. You have the Remed toiletries, which I do like the soaps. It actually wasn't Remed lotion. It was a different type of lotion. Yeah, it wasn't Remed there. Here, as you can see, yeah, different brand of lotion there. But the soap, always good. And you do have a yeah, the other side there, the vanity. So you do have a separate tub and shower combination. One thing I didn't like about the shower is that it's like they forgot to put a light in there. It's really dark in the shower. It's almost as if someone forgot, yeah, that part of the room as far as putting a light in there, because it's super dark. So you just got the lighting at the bottom, which, yeah, I don't understand that, but nonetheless, the shower was good. Didn't leak on the floor, which is something I always like to make sure it doesn't. And it's kind of a pain when it does leak on the floor, because you just got cold water sitting there, or you have to use the towel and soak the towel just to get the wetness from the shower that might have overflowed on the regular floor there. As far as breakfast is complimentary. So here you got some fresh bread and a tea there, some green juice. So this is essentially the continental breakfast. Get the bread, a tea, and a juice. And I was able to choose something off of the menu there. That's the Eggs Benedict. So I'll leave you with my final thoughts on the hotel. Again, the hotel, it's the St. Regis, a good luxury brand hotel. The service is good. I just feel like it could use a refresh in the rooms. I don't know that it's had a refresh since this hotel has been open. Not exactly sure how long it's been open, but definitely in the 3 years since I've been, at least the room I was in is exactly the same, just the view had changed. So but not a bad free night option if you want to burn it for a luxury stay. And the food and beverage is good. The Nat King Cole bar is popular amongst locals as well. So that was my stay at the St. Regis Mexico City in the luxury suite. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this with a friend, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.